right now today, that time is up. There's no more giving you lies. You're not African. You're not black. You're not Jamaican. You're from the 12 tribes of Israel. And it's high time you went out of sleep. Christianity is a damn joke. Christianity is a taunt to our people.
This is reality. That's right. This is reality. We're going to show you why. You have destroyed yourself. So we're supposed to give a warning. We're not judging you, we're warning you.
Well, have we seen any change? Have we seen anything that has changed our people? Changed our neighborhood?
We talk about slavery and being hung and under oppression for 400 years, racially profiled. A lot of times when you try to explain how it is to live in a black man's shoes, white people be like, I don't understand. What do you mean? They're following you around. You mean to tell me you couldn't get that apartment that you wanted in that area? You couldn't afford it? Why not?
Teach them up.
I can't get the job that, it's just, I just don't understand what's going on.
Bring it out.
They don't understand what it's like to walk in our shoes. That's why God said this. Read it again.
The Spirit itself beareth witness with our spirit.
The Bible bears witness with our spirit. When you read it, not hear it preached to you by your Sunday pastor, but you read it yourself, you be like, dang, that's talking about me.
Right.
This stuff right here, the slave ship, now you might not know your father's stuff, but you know this happened to our ancestors here where we was brought from the west coast of Africa. That stuff happened.
Right.
That's fact. You can Google that stuff.
Right.
Give me that Deuteronomy 28 and verse 45. So it says the Bible will bear witness with our spirit that we are the children of God. So you might not know your physical father, but your Father in heaven says, I got something for you. I ain't gonna leave you out there by yourself. You're gonna find out exactly who you are to understand it and then be able to change.
Right.
After that, it's on you. Because we ain't saving nobody. We can't force nobody to do nothing.
Right.
When Christ come back, he's gonna render the ultimate judgment.
That's right.
Life or death. And we're trying to get our people to choose life.
That's right.
Right now. Read that, Deuteronomy 28:45, real quick.
Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 45. Moreover, all these curses shall come upon thee, and shall pursue thee, and overtake thee.
So if you look out into history, we ain't doing too good as Judites, as African Americans. We down here at the bottom of the South, right? I could go all the way up to damn New York City and Brooklyn, and guess what? People still living the same. We are.
That's right. That's right.
God said these curses gonna pursue you and overtake you anywhere you go on the face of the earth.
Right.
You can't run from God because the whole earth is God's.
Right.
That's what we've been trying to do as a people. That's why we go to religion. We go to Christianity, we go to Islam, we go to Buddhist, we celebrate Easter. We do all kind of things trying to run from God. God said, you can't run from me.
That's right.
You ain't gonna have no choice but to put down the damn cigarettes.
That's right.
Put down the weed.
Right.
Put down the drink.
Right.
Put down all the multiple hoes you got and get one wife.
Right.
You ain't gonna have no choice.
Right.
Because I'm gonna pursue you and overtake you.
That's right.
Give me that in verse 68. This is for you, right here, brother. Read that, Deuteronomy 28:68.
Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 68. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt again.
Now, where's the sign at? We got it right here. Now look, Egypt's right here. Egypt is right here and it's connected to what we call the Middle East right now. You can walk from Egypt over into Israel. You can literally walk there. You ain't got to catch a ship. You ain't got to get on a plane. It's a 3 days journey if you're walking. God says, I'm going to bring you back because he delivered the Israelites out of Egypt. Out. Now let's see what God says Egypt means, because when we hear Egypt, we think of King Tut, what's the dude's name? Ra, what's the other? Ramses. We think of all of them. That's why a lot of black people like, well, what's the sisters be thinking of? Nefertiti.
Bring it out.
They always think about Nefertiti. Back in the 80s, who was that, Queen Latifah?
Bring it out.
That's where she got her name from. Yeah, she was doing all salt and pepper. They was all walking around with the cross colors and the big earrings. Yeah, that's Queen Latifah. They got all that stuff from the 80s because it was a whole black power movement, and the first thing that they grabbed onto was Egyptian culture, because that's the only famous black people that Negroes have ever seen in their life. But you wasn't that. You were slaves to them. He said, I'm going to bring you into Egypt. Let's read what Egypt means, because God is metaphorical. God, like I say all the time, he's the greatest rapper to ever live. And Lil Wayne ain't got nothing on God when it comes to metaphors. Jeezy or whoever the hell that's, J. Cole, they ain't got nothing on God when it comes to metaphors. He said, I'm going to take you into Egypt again. Let's see if he was talking about the physical place or something else.
Deuteronomy chapter 5 verse 6.
Pay attention, because I'm going to ask y'all what Egypt means. All right, read it.
I am the Lord thy God, which brought thee out of the land of Egypt.
The land of what?
The land of Egypt.
Land of what?
The land of Egypt.
What God call it?
From the house of bondage.
God called Egypt what?
The house of bondage.
All right, we over here with you, brother. What did God refer to Egypt as? The house of what? Bondage. Bondage. Another word for bondage would be slavery. Bondage. I'm bound.
Bring it out.
Oh, hell no. That ain't unity. No, that ain't unity. But you know what the opposite of bondage is? Freedom.
Right.
That's what that is. Bondage is slavery. All right? So he said, I'm going to take you back into bondage, into what again? Slavery. Read that.
Deuteronomy.
We're going to connect the metaphors just like y'all do with all these rappers nowadays. When Lil Wayne spit a hot 16, you know exactly what he mean when he say, lick the lollipop.
Bring it out.
You know exactly what the hell that mean, don't you?
Teach him
You
out.
know what that mean? Yeah, I know what that mean. So now we're going to understand God, what he mean with his metaphors. Read that.
Deuteronomy chapter 28 verse 68. And the Lord shall bring thee into Egypt.
Egypt means what? Bondage. You called it what? Slavery. So I'll bring you into slavery, into bondage. How?
With ships.
How?
With ships.
How did you know? You don't know your earthly father. But how did your ancestors get from there to here? Did they fly? Let's see. Did they catch a, what's that train y'all got down here? Amtrak. Did y'all do that?
They put us on that.
They put us on what?
If they put us on that, I don't know how they, I don't know.
Well, you know, I know damn well I didn't get here by no charter bus. I didn't go over the Atlantic Ocean on a charter bus.
Bring it
I didn't
out.
physically go into it myself. But I know the people that came before me that was in these cotton fields slaving. My great-great-great-grandma, my great-great-great-grandfather that I ain't never met. I know that's where they was brought to and they died at. And they got from the west coast of Africa. How? With ships. Now, we have been taught that African Americans was taken from Africa, right? But we read in the Bible, which is talking to, read verse 29 and 1.
Deuteronomy chapter 29 verse 1. These are the words of the covenant which the Lord commanded Moses to make with the children of Israel.
God said the Israelites would go into slavery on ships.
Right.
Now, I ain't the smartest man in the world, but I know 1 + 1 equals damn 2. If it was Africans that God was talking about, I should have read God's made a covenant with African Americans. But it didn't say that. It said Israelites. So either God be true or somebody been lying to me. Now, you 30 years old, I don't know how much history you know. Hey, let's see, that was around when Jesse Jackson was running for office and stuff, right? You was around for that time. Before Jesse Jackson started calling us African Americans, what they call us? Huh? Negroes? What do you say? Blacks. They called you black. And Jesse Jackson said, that's a derogatory term. We will not be called that anymore. Call us African Americans. That was 1988. Was y'all born before? You're 30. You was born before 1988, weren't you? I'm 83. Yeah, he was born before that, wasn't he? 88? Yeah, he was. He's 30. I'm 34. I was born in 83. Oh, you born in 88? Okay. So when you was in your mama's womb for 9 months, they referred to you as black. Right. When you popped out your mama, they said, call that nigga African American now. Right. Damn, your name changed in 9 months. That's crazy. Damn. Huh? We'll get to that solution. But I gotta first show you where you came from so you don't repeat the same thing in the future. We always want the solution, but we don't never want to deal with the problem. It's a problem why we got here in the first place. Here's the problem. Read Deuteronomy 28:45 again. Listen to the problem, and then we'll get to the solution, all right? Read that.
Deuteronomy chapter 28, verse 45. Moreover, all these curses,
Bad things,
shall come upon thee, and shall pursue thee, and overtake thee, till thou be destroyed, because thou hearkenest not unto the voice of the Lord thy God, to keep his commandments.
that's the problem. We do not keep God's commandments. That's why black people love Christianity, because you can celebrate God when you want to. You can obey God when you want to. You can keep Easter and not Passover. Jesus Christ never was out there in the damn field chasing for little bitty rabbit eggs. Rabbits don't lay eggs in the first place. He wasn't out there looking for little what do they, plastic shells with dollars in them. My granny used to have me doing it. I do the big ass egg, had $25 in it, and I was searching for it. I loved Easter, but when I became a grown man, I put childish things behind me.
That's right.
I ain't celebrating Easter no more because I know it comes from another God. That ain't God's commandments. The problem is we don't keep God's commandments. We think we can serve him how we want to. God been jacking us up since we got here in 1619. We done tried everything else but God's commandments. So the solution, what be the solution to black people's problems here in America? Excellent question. Give me Baruch. Give me the book of Baruch, chapter 4. I gotta see it because I forgot the verse. Here's your solution. There we go. Baruch chapter 4:37. Read that. Solution for black and women, black women, Hispanic women, black men, Hispanic men, Native Indian women, problems. Right now, read that.
Baruch chapter 4, verse 37. Lo, thy sons come.
Like what?
Thy sons come.
We are the sons and daughters of God. He calls us Israel. He don't call us African Americans. He don't call us what's that gang down here y'all got? Zopal. He don't call us that. He don't call us that stuff. No. We made that stuff up to try to fit in where we was because we was being oppressed. God calls us Israelites, and we his sons and daughters. They might have took your name from you and called you something else, but God still remember you as the Israelites. Read that.
Whom thou sentest away.
He sent us away, word? From the west coast of Africa, when we was living here. He said, get up out my land. Get out of Israel. You can't stay here because y'all acting too much like some ghetto, Negro, hood rats. You can't stay here. Leave. Like any good father would do. If you keep breaking the rules of the house, they're going to do what? Put you out the house. God put us out the house. And then we got into somebody else's house over here in Northeast Africa. They said, no, y'all don't live here. Get out. Keep going. So we kept running and running and running till we couldn't run nowhere else but to the west coast of Africa. And then God sent us away to the land of our captivity on ships. That's how he sent us away. Read on.
They come gathered.
Hold on, they come what?
They come gathered together.
That's one of the solutions. You gotta come gathered together. I can't gather with our people if you won't smoke weed.
Right.
I don't smoke weed, dude. You can't sit around me smoking. I got kids. Come on, bro. You're smoking weed. You're out here drunk, man. What's going on? I can't gather with you. You believe in Buddha and you want to go down to Mecca and throw rocks at a stone and march. I can't gather with you. Because we ain't got the same mind. I can't be rolling with you because you say Jesus' color don't matter. So you're going to teach my little kids that it don't matter. And then they're going to grow up thinking Jesus is white, but he the blackest of all black men. So is his daddy. I can't gather with you if you like it. We got to be the same mindset. And the only thing that's going to draw us together is the commandments of God. Understanding who we are and come on one accord saying, okay, you believe in thou shalt not? I do too. Thou shalt not commit adultery? You ain't even got to worry about your wife around me, brother, because I'm going to make sure don't no other Negro sleep with her because I'm protecting her.
That's right.
But if you don't believe in that, she lay down and spread her legs, I'm going to hit it. Well, I can't gather with you, brother. I can't even trust you around my wife. Read it again from the top.
Lo, thy sons come, whom thou sentest away. they come gathered together from the east to the west.
We were scattered from the east to the west. Anywhere you go, you're going to find us. We come gathered, read on.
By the word.
By the what?
By the word.
By the what?
By the word of the Holy One.
That's the word of God.
That's right.
That's the solution. We got to come gather together based on this with one thought of the true understanding of the Bible.
Right.
That we the Israelites. And the problem that we got of why God sent us away is because we refuse to keep the commandments. So in order to go back home and have Daddy open up the door, I'm going to keep the commandments because I want to go back to where I came from.
Right.
I don't want to live and die in the land of Babylon.
Right.
I don't want to have to keep working for my oppressor long hours, get up early in the morning, work down to the damn sundown, and at the end of the month, I still got barely enough to make ends meet. I front like I got money. What they call it? Flexing. Fake it till I make it. You see the brothers riding around on 20 and 30-inch rims with candy paint, and they drive that car right to the damn hood.
Right.
If you really had some money, you'd be going out there with 6 and 7 bedroom mansions.
Right.
We still oppressed, but we like to lie to ourselves. The only solution that we got is we got to come gather together, keeping the commandments of God. Go back to Proverbs 7 and 2. Last scripture here before we go, because we're going to go keep the Sabbath day holy. So now, if that be the solution, it's on you to find out what the commandments are. Because that's the solution of God. It ain't religion, because he never told Moses, be a Baptist. He never told Moses, be a Pentecostal. He never told the Israelites those things. Only thing we have never tried as a people is to humble ourselves before God. Say, God, I tried everything. I was wrong. The stuff we doing as a nation, it just ain't working. Show me what I got to do. I'm going to do it. And whatever I don't understand, I'm going to get around some other brothers that you done gave the understanding to, and they're going to teach me to build me up so I can please you. Not myself, not man, but I'm going to please you. And then you're going to see God work on your behalf. You're going to see a whole lot of things change in your life. But you got to humble yourself first. Hold on, Ephraim, let me read this. Read that.
Proverbs chapter 7 verse 1. My son, keep my words and lay up my commandments with thee. Keep my commandments and live.
God says, keep my commandments and live. That's why young black men getting gunned down the street, like I was talking to Ricky earlier, because we don't keep the commandments of God. And therefore, judgment comes upon us. And we keep wondering, y'all heard about the dude that got shot in Sacramento, right?
Running south, running to the south.
Hi, what's going on there?
Yeah, guys going down the street breaking windows of cars. He busted both my truck windows out. He busted in the people's backyard right now.
All I can tell is he's got a hoodie on. He's running towards the front yard of 29th Street. 29th Street. He's looking into another car that's in between the fence and the front yard.
Over here.
Started ground unit Scott, so it looks like might be getting one at gunpoint.
Hey! Show me your hands! Stop! Stop!
5-7 south.
Show me your hands! Gun!
Trying to catch him.
Show me your hands! Gun! Gun! Gun!
Sorry, shots fired, shots fired.
Copy, shots fired.
Show me your hands! See your hands!
He's down. No movement. We're going to need additional units. Come in from the west to east of this yard.
Let's see your hands!
You alright? You hit?
Yeah, I'm good.
Alright.
He was still pointing when I saw again. You alright, dude?
Yeah, I'm alright. I don't think I'm hit or anything.
I got him at gunpoint, dude.
You wanna You do a tactical reload, okay?
Copy.
I think I shot about 5 times. 1 Charles 5-4. I want everybody to know we are fine. No officers are hit. Subject's down in the backyard.
You have a gun?
We haven't secured it. We're not moving in until we have more.
We don't have it. We see it, Jared?
Can't see the subject's hands. He's still not moved. 3 Sam 5, if you can head this way, we can use the body bunker before we detain him.
Hey, can you hear us?
Police department, can you hear us?
We need to know if you're okay. We need to get you medics, but we can't go over there to get you help unless we know you don't have a weapon. Let's have the next unit just bring a non-lethal in case he's pretending, but let's just in case.
All right. If when you guys want to go hands, cover him.
Waistband?
They shot at him 20 times. The autopsy just showed he got hit 8 times in the back. Stephon Clark, 8 times in the back. Young black man. He had no criminal record. He wasn't no bad. He had a kid. He was taking care of his own. But guess what happened? Wasn't keeping the commandments of God, and judgment came.
Right.
And when judgment comes to you from God, there's nobody that can stop it.
Right.
There's nothing you can do but have your mama make a t-shirt of you and say, take care of my baby. Give me that 2 Chronicles 7:14. Come on, let's go.
2 Chronicles chapter 7 and verse 14. If my people,
Hold on, my what?
my people, which are called by my name.
We are called by the name of God. Israel in the Hebrew is Yasha Allah.
That's right.
It means the Prince of God.
That's right.
Sisters, the princesses of God.
Right,
That's
right.
why you got a certain dress code and the women got a certain dress code, because princes and princesses don't dress like the common folk.
Right.
That's why you came up here and you see, oh damn, all these brothers got something on the bottom of their shirt with blue on it. So they all dressed in a certain way, because we know we the sons of God.
Right.
He gave us a certain dress code. You sister, you got to work on it. I know you just learned, but you got to work on that. Get them fringes on that. On the bottom of your shirt. That's the dress code for the sons of God and the daughters of God that are called after his name.
Right.
Read on.
If my people, which are called by my name, shall humble themselves.
They got to do what?
Humble themselves.
Nobody is more prideful than the black and Hispanic man on the face of the earth.
Right.
They could be completely wrong about everything, have no idea what you're talking about, know they living bad, know they living hard, know they asses owe child support for 2-3 kids, and they'll be like, man, I'm balling. I'm balling. Come on, bro. You ain't balling, dude. You the only thing you can't afford is a bottle on a week. Come on, dude. You ain't balling, man. Our people are very prideful. God said, you gotta humble yourself. Read on.
And pray and seek my face and turn from their wicked ways.
Some of those wicked ways is what I brought out earlier for young men. You can't be walking around drunk. Can't be walking around high. You can't be walking around sleeping with a bunch of different women. You can't have a pattern of bad works. You gotta turn from your wicked ways. Read.
Then
what?
Then
see, that's the problem that we want. We as a people, we want God. Accept me. What is that thing we be saying? God know my heart. Nah, yeah, he know your dad. You wicked as hell. God's still working on me. No, he's not. He ain't even dealing with you.
That's right.
Because he said if they turn from their wicked ways, then you got to do something before you come to God. You can't come to him as you are. It's a certain stipulation you got to do.
Bring it out.
Then.
Bring it out. Then will I hear from heaven.
You know what that means? God ain't heard us in the 400 years we've been here crying for justice and peace. 400 years we've been marching for equality. We're marching since the 60s, but fighting for equal rights since we got off the ship. God said, I ain't heard you not one time because you ain't never humbled yourself. And he ain't talking about individually, he talking about as a nation.
Right.
You know how we know that? Because when every 4 years, what do black people go and do? They go and vote. Oh no, we don't trust in God. No. We got to get a president that has our best interests at heart. All us black women, let's get together and go vote for Hillary. God says these niggas ain't learned yet. Put Trump in there for them. And let's deport all of Levi, all of the so-called Haitians. We're going to deport them. Oh, the Mexicans too. We're going to build a wall. And you El Salvadorians, when I find you, I'm sending your ass back too. God says you ain't humbled yourself. You ain't humbled yourself, so I got to put a cruel man over top of you. Just to make you return to him, because our people don't understand judgment. They don't understand nothing unless you get in the foot put your ASS.
Bring it on.
Then you want to turn to God, so guess what God gonna do? I'm gonna shoot you down in the streets.
Right.
And then you gonna march. You gonna put your hands up. And you think that's gonna be a solution, but guess what? 6 months later, I'm gonna turn around and shoot another black man down, just so you know that ain't gonna never work.
Right.
God says you got to humble yourself before me.
That's right.
Read.
Then will I hear from heaven.
Then I'll hear your prayers of you being oppressed in the land of your captivity. We ain't never humbled ourselves. Read.
And will forgive their sin.
God said, then I will forgive you for all the sins that you have committed. And the reason that we are in captivity is because we broke God's commandments, committing sin.
Shalom. This is Bishop Nathaniel of Israel United in Christ. Please subscribe to our YouTube channels. Stay up to date with our latest events, music, and classroom lessons. IUIC plans to continue visiting different countries where this gospel has not been preached before. IUIC needs your help in pushing this truth. So join us, subscribe to our Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, and podcasts, and stay up to date with us. For more information, please visit www.israelunite.org.